Alright, so a lot of you will probably be thinking, wait a minute, this isn't Takodana, this is Hoth. So yeah, this is going to be the third March Moc Madness video, and it's going to be the Battle of Hoth. So I decided I was getting a bunch of orders and stuff for Takodana, and I realized I really just want to do a really big scale version of it. I don't want to do a small little cutout. I'd rather do like a bigger version, so like a big version of the battlefield, and I'll talk about that more later. Probably going to do like a build series of that in April. Um, and so, yeah, I decided I'm going to do like an actual kind of vignette of Hoth. Instead of doing just the pop up version of it in the book, I probably will still do that, but I'm going to do like an actual vignette for the Battle of Hoth because it's the 50th anniversary of Empire this year, and I love the Battle of Hoth. And I love Empire Strikes Back as a movie. It's my favorite Star Wars movie, and probably one of my favorite movies ever, actually. So yeah, we're gonna be doing Hoth, and I have the movie up right now. This is probably what the scene is gonna look like. It's gonna be a vignette of the trench with all the rebel soldiers in it and stuff like that. So I have some of my white parts that I got from the pick a brick wall the other day, and I'm gonna be getting more parts and stuff. We're just kind of starting off and getting a basic structure for what the trench will look like. Okay, so I have this little base set up, and it's like a snot technique base, and I have these grill tiles in order to simulate the ground here. I don't know if you can see it, but basically that's the sort of ground pattern. I don't have a ton of these, so it's not like super long or big or anything. These are my extra parts over there, but it's just a small little area, and as you can see, it's kind of different heights, which kind of sucks, but also looks kind of okay in my opinion. I don't know. And then we have some of these holes here which I can put figures on and stuff like that, and I can have like little hoses and things, or well, those will be coming out of different areas, but like that will be for the like the snow area on top that the guys are leaning against. That's what that will be for, to sort of hold that on. And I'm going to be trying to do something similar over here on this side, that kind of thing. I have some space for other stuff on here, on that little bracket piece. So this is what it looks like so far, and then we're just going to kind of keep going and see where it goes. Alright, so this is the final version of the Hoth Moc. At least, most likely, going to be final for now. So as you can see, I have all the figures here, and we have the two sides of the trench. So I'm just going to turn it slightly. It's not really on anything, it's just kind of floating, really. As you can see, the ground is snot. I don't know if I talked about that before. I think I did. And then we have the two sides of the trench attached. You can kind of see back here, like there's a snot brick right there, which is having it attached. And that was actually a pain to to figure out and get everything together, but it's okay. It's all together now, which is good. And at first, I had these trenches, or sides of the trenches, the exact same height. They are technically the same height, except like this was the exact same. So this was like all the slopes here of the tile. That was exactly what was on this side. But I realized that the figures couldn't actually see over it, so I decided to change it and have this sort of like rough shape happening with all the slopes and different things and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. We have the ground there. We got a guy kind of walking on it, which is cool. A lot of these are the old Rebel figures, except for this guy. He's one of the new ones. But yeah, this is basically what it looks like. I'm kind of saying that a lot because that's really all I have to say about it, is because there's not much. Oh, I guess I could say that the pipe here is from the old, I think 2011 Hoth set, and then so is some of this stuff, like this thing right here, and then this thing that's attached to it. It's kind of like a lasso or whatever, or a whip piece. That is from this thing over here, the E-Web blaster that came with the same set. I think it was the same set, or it was maybe the Hoth Echo base set from the same year. I don't remember, but yeah, I decided to use some of those pieces because it works, because there's a bunch of like pipes and things that are around in the trench and stuff like that. So I decided to have those sticking out and stuff like that, which I think looks kind of cool. So this is the Hoth Moc. I am probably just going to keep it this way. Another thing that I worked on, which I want to update you guys on, is I have another stack on back here, which is pretty cool. So we now have a stack on for most of my black parts. It's not all of them, but as you can see, we have two of them on top of each other. The Acro Mills stack-ons. They're not actually stack-ons, but the Acro Mills storage bins or whatever from Amazon. And I have a couple of these little things up here with some of my black parts as well. A couple little things, which is little pieces and stuff like that. And then over here is basically the progress I made. So these are all of the bags. Everything that was in those bags is now in that stack-on, or in those little stack-ons on top, or little containers, not stack-ons, whatever. So yeah, that all of those bags is what was in there, and then If you can see under there, that's all that's left of the black pieces. It's a bunch of like bigger stuff and things I'll put in one of the small little containers like that. So yeah, this is progress on sorting out everything, sorting my collection and stuff like that, which is really great. I just need a couple more of these stack on things, which I'll probably put all the way up to the roof here. And yeah, which will look pretty cool. It kind of looks like a lot of space on camera, but it's not really a ton. But it's still pretty like substantial, or it will be substantial. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, so I will probably go ahead and end the video right here, unless I add more to this, or I will show what I added in the finale, that kind of thing. So thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.